kill.
Everything flawless. I ain't gotta brag, let my money do the talking. No employees, nigga, I was raised around the bosses. Niggas wanna vote, but they can't afford a coffin. Poppin', niggas steady watching. Louis on my feet, coming socket to my pocket. Thought it was a room, nah, nigga, this my closet. Broke the money counter, I got rich, nigga, problems. Shit out by the biz, nigga, shit out by the Audi. Chillin' on the jet, now it's cloudy. Hit another state for a day, then I'm out. I remember I was only popping in the county. Now nigga always lose count when I'm counting. How the fuck you still ain't touch 10, niggas childish. Working OT every week 100 hours. Say I'm acting funny, wait till I drop the album. I'm a player, got hella flavor. Clothes in a bucket, everybody sign a waiver. Nigga signed, only got a chain, nigga slaving. Signed to myself every week, that's a payment. Made it, nerd niggas hate it. Money stacking up, I ain't even gotta save it. Niggas fake, I can't even trust them when they bang it. Got a lot of change, but I'm still not changing. Don't call me to link up, I ain't hanging. Go deep, no strap, niggas playing. If rap don't work, then it's back to the basics. Niggas in my swag, I ain't mad, I embrace it.
What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing today? So, it's been a little bit of an adventure getting these things how I want them. Thank you, everybody, for joining me along the way. But I can safely say that I've got them figured out, and I would say that these, at this point, are pretty much dialed in. And I haven't said that about a skate in a while. And here's the thing. This was a pretty simple fix. However, the fix didn't work for me the first time I tried it, which is kind of why it went so long as it did getting these things dialed in. So I want to kind of encourage everybody that if they're not working for you, before I go into this, if they're not working for you, don't discard them just yet. Try. If they fit you well, I promise you they're going to end up skating well for you. So, Iqon, ACT, feeling good, feeling flexy. You know, you can see it now. Well, it's a little, okay, you know what, that was a bad demonstration. But the flex is there. I can flex. I can't flex with my arms. Okay, maybe I'm a weak little bitch. It is what it is. But, God, that was a shit example. But anyway, they flex on my feet, and that's what matters. Okay, so here's what I did. So everybody's familiar with the revolver system now. I've shown it a dozen times. What I had to do, all the videos you saw me doing, for the most part, were me using the very topmost point to where the cuff was at the highest position, okay? During my first skate session, I was experiencing very no mobility at all. So midway through, and I cut this out because it was just too windy, and if you guys hear the audio, most of it's shit from the wind. But is the wind fucking blowing again? God damn it. Alrighty, so I'm in the car now. Wind was picking up again, and I didn't want to ruin the audio like I did in my first video. Hopefully what I was saying kind of came through before. But, so basically, I got them to work. Long story short, I guess I was being impatient, I don't know, or I wasn't trying hard enough, but you guys saw the video where I was trying to flex it and it wouldn't budge at all. Okay, so in my very first session that I went out to go skate these, I couldn't get him to move. I couldn't get him to move, and I didn't include it in the video simply because the wind was ruining and the audio was all jacked up. And I probably should have included it because it created a lot of misconceptions. But I did move the cuff around during my first session. I took breaks, I moved it, I tried it 3 different ways. So I tried it completely all the way up, I tried it back up, and back down, okay? So those are the top, back, and one more. So I tried all those settings. And I couldn't get the flex, I couldn't get the flex. The moving the cuff around did increase the range of motion, so I was able to go a little bit more forward, but it didn't really feel comfortable. I still felt like I was hitting a wall whenever I was flexing. So obviously I went, what the hell, this is not working. So I went, did the next video where I was showing how stiff it was and everything like that. And I didn't show that it still wasn't moving even if I moved the cuff around. But I was playing with them at home because, everybody swore to me. Everybody, even guys from Iqon were saying, move it to those positions. And I did, and it wasn't working. So I'm playing around with it at home, and I move it to the bottom back position. And I'm trying to flex, and I'm looking at it real close. I'm like moving it, and I'm like, I can see that it's moving. I can see that the cuff is flexing. So like I push on the cuff, and you can see like how it kind of stretches a little bit. I could see that happening, but I was like, why isn't this working? Why isn't anything happening? So you know what? Let me move it up to the top and see if maybe I get a little bit more range of motion. Sorry, the camera's changing colors on me. So come on. All right, there we go. So I was trying to get a little bit more range of motion out of it. And I moved it up to that top back position. And I was pushing up, and still, it's not folding forward, it's not doing anything, but the cuff is flexing. And I was like, man, oh man, I don't want to cut these fins because I don't think that cutting the fins is going to help. I think that cutting the fins is simply going to increase the range of motion, but not applying the actual flex. So I'm pushing, and I push real hard, and it goes, and it pops forward. I was like, okay, well, that's progress. That's good. I did it again, pushed it forward again. It was a little easier to move. Did it again, a little easier to move. Did it again, a little easier to move. And so I put my liner in there, put my foot in there, and it flexed. And it felt good. And I was super excited and super impressed. So if you guys know, I had already cut, not this one, but the other one. I had cut that bridge out. Okay, so I thought, okay, so maybe I just had to work it in with the bridge cut and everything like that. And it was, felt good. So I went to the other skate. I did the same thing. I moved to the top back position. And I pushed, and it wouldn't flex. And I pushed. Wouldn't flex. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so maybe it's the bridge. But I was like, you know what? Let me put my foot into it and see what happens. So I lice it up. I put it all together. I put my foot into it. And I I push forward and it flexes. It starts to flex. So I do it a whole bunch more, and it flexes, and it starts moving, and it's moving independently. And I haven't cut the bridge on this skate. This skate still has the bridge in there. So it's moving. And I was like, sweet, it feels great. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take them out. I'm going to try them both and see how they feel. If I need to cut the bridge on this one, I'll cut the bridge and whatever. So I take them out, and they feel great. They feel fantastic. They feel absolutely wonderful. And at this point, I'm actually kind of cursing myself for cutting that bridge because the one without the cut bridge feels better than the one that I cut the bridge with. At first, I thought that it might be too tight and I was going to cut it, but after skating them for about an hour, it feels fantastic. It feels great. And I do. I think I regret cutting the bridge on the other one. It's not that big of a difference, to be honest with you. I can deal with it. Maybe over time I won't be able to deal with it. But, and I guess that's kind of what I get. That's kind of what I get. That's a little bit of karma for you. But they feel good. They feel real good. A couple other small things that I did. So the lacing, I have it laced to this hole right here, not to the one above it. But I have the laces going straight to the liner. So they go up. These are nice wax laces that come stock with the skate. I didn't mention that. So they come with really good laces. So the liner is laced in with the shell. And it feels good. I've got the Creates on here. I did try the Iqon frames on here. And I couldn't farve. And if anybody knows my videos or anybody watches me skate, that's the one trick that I can pretty much do every single time without fail. And I couldn't farve in them. And I think that's just because they're not broken in. They need to be grinded down a little bit, and grooves need to be made and stuff like that. They're riding flat. So I'll try them more in the future. But for right now, I got them working. They feel fantastic. I skate pretty well in them. And I just want to say to Iqon, to Powerslide, I'm sorry. I doubted you. But there's break-in. These aren't going to, at least for me, And I'm a big dude. I kind of figured that I could put enough pressure on it to make it a problem, to not make it have it be an issue. But they need a little bit of break-in. They need a little bit of kind of flexing the plastic and moving them around and trying different settings to see what you like. But for me, top back on the revolver, laced low with the liner. If I didn't do it with the liner, it doesn't feel right. I will say that. I laced it low by itself, tied it off here, had laces in the liner, and it felt too free-flowing. Oh my gosh, come on. Okay, sorry. Being in my car, it's a cloudy, rainy day, and the lighting is adjusting on its own, and I don't like it, but it is what it is, and I'm sorry. I'll try to brighten it up in post. But they feel good. They feel really good now. Power Slide, Iqon, you've made a great product. To anybody that I hope nobody's discouraged from buying them from my other videos. I really don't. I think everybody should try these. Not, you know, if they work for you. If you got a wide foot, these skates are for you. If I'm going to have to try them again on big wheel, I'm afraid that with me cutting that bridge, it will be unenjoyable as a big wheel skate, to be honest with you. So I kind of hindered my skates. I'll admit it. So it is what it is. But I've learned a lot. I skated well and I'm enjoying them, and that's all that matters, I guess. So everybody, thank you so much for watching, for joining in. I'll definitely be skating these more in the future. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.